Alright. Alright, welcome everyone. Welcome to the quiz on TSN. We are your hosts. I'm the TSN quiz master. I'm Tyler. This is Ryan. This is Franco. That's Luca. And this is Timo. We're here to discuss the issue in pitch invasions due to what happened not so long ago with Ronaldo in the Manchester United versus Juventus game. We're just going to jump right into it here for question number 1. Do you think there should be a bigger barrier separating the fans from the field?
You know what? Yeah, I do. I believe there should be like some type of netting or some type of fencing just around where the fans are, just so they can block it off and the fans can't actually get on the field and interrupt the game.
I'm going to say no, just because you don't want to take anything away from the fans and all of the money that they're spending coming to the stadium to watch their favorite players play that day and stuff. I think it's all about the fans, and we don't want to take anything away from their experience.
Yeah, it's a good point, but I think I'd agree with Franco on that one. I think for also a safety reason, and plus we've all seen this in many games where a player or a fan, runs onto the field and try to take a picture or celebrate with their favorite player or whoever it may be. It's just a nuisance from the whole game. It's annoying. It stops everything. So maybe a level or two of space from spectators' view to the field is probably most needed.
So this is a tough one, but I'm going to have to say no on this one. So a barrier can be used for safety, obviously, but it can also be an obstruction for the fans, which no one's going to want when they're at a live game.
Alright, good answers. For question number 2, what do you think the punishment should be for the field invaders?
Well, I think we can all agree that if someone is to disrupt the game like that, that automatically they're to be ejected from the stadium that day. Bottom line, they're going to leave that game and not be able to watch the rest of the game. From that point on forward, maybe we put in some sort of a warning system after the first, or if they do it more than one time, then the punishment grows bigger than that. Something potentially like that.
Yeah, I think I agree. Also, possibly maybe give them a year ban from viewing the game at the stadium, or just giving them a little bit more of a consequence, because you shouldn't be going on the field, right? You're disturbing everyone.
Yeah.
So I agree with Brian on this one. So people spend good money to go to a soccer game, and then you're going to rush the field, cause a nuisance, disturbance, just make the whole situation hectic. So I think immediate ejection is a fair punishment in this case.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd say medium objection, but I'd also say like a little fine, like a ticket, just so like the fan knows what they did wrong. They have to pay a ticket, so if they go to the next game in another stadium, wherever else they are, they don't want to do it again. They don't want to pay that price of doing it.
Alright, for the third question, if you were in Ronaldo's shoes, what would you do?
Well, personally, in my point of view, if I saw someone running at me who I don't know, I'm personally going to run away, because I don't know what they have. They might have a weapon. They might try and hurt me. I don't know. Even if it's just for a selfie, you got to be thinking, look, I don't know this guy. For my safety, I'm going to move away. What I would do.
So if I was in Ronaldo's shoes, I would let the guy take the picture, because why not? So how often do fans get to meet their favorite athletes? So just let the guy have his moment of glory, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, but I'd say keep my space a little, stay behind security, but I would also let him take the picture, let him live out the experience, because how often is that's going to happen for him?
And Luke, I'm going to agree with you more so. If you see someone coming at you 100% speed, right, you're either going to fight or you're going to flight. And if flight isn't an option for me, then I'm going to have to stay back and fight and try to protect myself by any means necessary.
Alright, good answers. So for question number 4, what do you think security could have done to prevent the field invader?
So what could be done in this situation is have 2 security guards posted at every entrance and exit of the field, so which could minimize anybody trying to cause a disturbance, a nuisance, rush on. So that's what I think would be the best option in this case.
Yeah, I would put 2 security guards around entrances, and I would also put security guards around the field. What that would do is if a fan tries to run on the field, they got some time in between to block them out and not let that happen.
And to further expand on that, maybe you have these security guards go through an extensive training program just to make sure that all of them are in a good physical shape and able to perform any sort of duties, tasks that they're called upon that day.
Yeah, exactly what Ryan's saying. You look at that video, you see those security guards trying to chase them. All of a sudden they fall down. It takes them a good 3 to 5 seconds to get back up and continue with chasing him. If you want security there, you need the fittest security people. You can't have a guy who's not fit chasing a guy around in the soccer field. Soccer field's very big, and there's a lot of players who they might want to see. Also, there's only 2 security guards chasing this one guy. If you have security guards surrounding the whole field, there should be more than 2 guys trying to take this one guy down, because as you saw, he was quite quick and he passed by them, got to Ronaldo quickly. So there needs to be more people there, plus that little bit of fitness included too, because they are a security guard, right? We need safety. Oh.
All right, for the last question, I asked you because field invasions might not be the the most right thing to do, but as Cristiano Ronaldo is a very big athlete, a lot of people would probably want to go take a selfie with him. I ask you, if there was one athlete you were to rush the pitch for, what would that athlete be?
I'd have to go with Johnny Gaudreau from the Calgary Flames, just because he's my favorite player, and that'd be pretty cool, to be honest.
For me, if he was still in his prime, if he was still playing for the Toronto Blue Jays, I would go Jose Bautista. You know, that bat flip from a couple of years ago, it's still a big part in my heart there. So if Bautista was still playing, I would consider rushing the field to get a selfie with him.
Yeah, personally, as an Italian and I love soccer, I'm going to go with Buffon because he's an idol for my nationality and love the guy.
So for me, I would definitely rush up to see Austin Matthews as I'm a Leaf fan and he's a great player.
All right, and I'm gonna answer that one too, and I'm gonna have to go basketball, and I'm gonna have to go Jose Calderon. That was always my all-time favorite, and especially he's a little guy like me. So, for your final thoughts, to wrap this up, what does everyone think about this topic?
Well, going back to the first question, I believe there should be some netting and fencing. Overall safety would probably be the key objective for me.
And more so for the second question, if anyone were to rush the field, the punishment for that there should be no tolerance, in my opinion. Maybe the first time give them a warning, but if it's a repeat offender, that there's no time for that in our game.
Yeah, for the third question, for Ronaldo's point of view, I don't know, I'd be kind of scared if I saw someone running at me personally, so safety's first always.
And for the last question, I think it's always best to have security guards at every possible entrance and exit, like I said, to minimize people trying to rush the field and cause disturbance.
All right, that was a good discussion. So to wrap this up, we're the TSN panel, and we're the TSN Quiz Masters.
Nice.
Oh, good job, Timo.